Hey guys, let's talk about Married at First Sight. Alyssa, you have to be one of the most fakest people that has ever been presented on this show. You a walking piece of plastic. You so delusional. You lying to yourself, girl. It almost feel like you really believe you trying, and we know that you can't believe that's the case, but you so concerned with your appearance, with how you look on the show. Girl, ain't nobody trying to make you look bad. You looking bad all on your own. But I feel like I'm being so repetitive talking about Alyssa. I'm gonna try to give a different perspective on the situation. This review, Chris, I understand what you're trying to say. I understand that you're saying that since she hasn't admitted that she wants to be out of this process, as long as you feel like it's a glimmer of hope, you're gonna continue to be diligent in this relationship. But my thing is this, man. She don't have to tell you that she don't want to be in a relationship, man. People don't just speak with their words, they speak with their actions. She has shown you multiple times over and over and over again that she does not want to be in a relationship with you. She is not interested in being in a relationship with you. She does not want to spend time with you. These things are self-explanatory. She's explaining how she feels based on what she's doing. So with that being said, he had a conversation with Lindsay and Mark saying that even after all of her behavior that he's seen, he still thinks they're compatible. And my thing is this, it don't matter what her personality is. Why would you feel like you're compatible with someone who treats you like this? It shouldn't even matter if she wanted to make things work. Why would you want to make something work with someone who mistreats you, man? That's an issue. They had Elijah one, when they had a conversation in front of the group, he was talking about how admirable it was that Chris was spilling his heart out, saying that he still wanted to pursue this relationship. In this situation, that is not something to be proud of, man. You have to have more, Chris, you have to have more self-worth. You have to value yourself enough to say, I will not be treated like that. I deserve better than what this woman is willing to offer me. And you do deserve better. Yo, man, this chick, her immaturity is so low. Her IQ is so low. They had a conversation where they were really, Chris and Alyssa, they were mentally sparring with each other over the apartment situation, over who was to blame for them not working out. Her vocabulary is so low, her mental capacity is so low, it almost felt like he was having a conversation with a child. I was embarrassed for her that she really felt like she was making all these points and trying to spin the situation. Girl, you look foolish. And everybody sees it but her. I also have to blame production. Why do they keep coddling this woman? Everybody tries to put the onus on Chris. She's trying to put the onus on Chris on whether they do this relationship or not. Production is trying to put the onus on Chris. At some point, production, including the experts, are going to have to confront her. You made a agreement, a decision to go through this process. So if Alyssa doesn't want to go through this process, why does she get to choose? Why does she get to have her cake and eat it too? Yeah, I don't want to be with this man, but I want to have all the perks of being on the show. That should not be acceptable. And the fact that production is running after this woman to make sure that they have something to film, it looks pathetic. It looks absolutely pathetic. The experts should be ashamed. I understand that they're on vacation, so they're not in their home state, so the experts might not be easily accessible. But we saw when COVID first broke out, when they still wanted to make money off of this show, it wasn't no problem for them to Skype people, to have video conference sessions with the couples. I feel like the experts, they should have already intervened in this situation. Chris, he's still filming. He's still being cooperative. This woman is refusing to film. She's refusing to talk on camera. Why is production accepting this from her? But with Chris, it's an issue. She needs more time. You need to give her more time. She don't. The time is now. Either she wants to do this relationship or not. Yo, man, this show already didn't really have. It already lost credibility before. But yo, man, y'all looking real low right now, man. This is reaching Jerry Springer, Maury. Y'all might as well make a sorority house and a fraternity house and have the people date each other and decide if they want to get married at the end of the 8 weeks. If we're going to do it like this, why does she get a pass and acceptance from the show, but everybody else doesn't? Yo, man, if I was an expert attached to this show, I would be ashamed that I'm taking credit for not only these couples, but not managing this situation. I'm very disappointed. I'm not even disappointed in Alyssa because it's who she is. What else do we expect from Alyssa? But I'm disappointed in production, and I'm even disappointed in Chris because I don't understand why he think it's okay for someone to treat him like this and why he don't feel like he deserves better. He shouldn't even be desiring to be with this woman after what she's shown him. It was another point I was gonna make on that, but yeah, man, this situation is absolutely ridiculous. The show is getting exposed. Y'all are not here to help these people. Y'all want this to be a train wreck. Y'all are encouraging this to be a train wreck. Y'all are encouraging Alyssa, and y'all are encouraging this behavior by not checking it. Alyssa parents, like, y'all did a good job in the sense that, you know, her ass ain't in jail or whatever. But as far as her morals, as far as her ethics and stuff like that, y'all did a terrible job with this young lady, man. And it is definitely showing. What else? Let's go to Mark and Lindsay. Yo, isn't that a weird situation with him and his landlord, man? I mean, where is he staying? Pound Town? Like, what is it about him being in this new relationship that his landlord is flipping out like this? Like, I'm pretty sure she came to the wedding. I think she was the older lady, but the way this chick is blowing him up, you would think they were in a, like, was he fucking this chick at one point? Like, what is going on, man? And the fact that he presented his relationship with the landlord as if she was a mother figure, and for her to act this way as soon as he's not as accessible to her as he was in the past, especially knowing the living situation with his mother living there, the fact that she would do him like this, I mean, you kind of needed to go through this so you could see who your friends are and who they not. I don't know if there's more going on to this situation, but yeah, man, it seems like the people, Mark, that you have chosen to allow in your life, all these people that are in need, that are you quote unquote helping, it feel like these people are just users. And yeah, man, it feel like these people do not have your best interest at heart. And I'm glad that at least you're seeing that so you can distance yourself from these people. Lindsay, yo, man, I could see Lindsay, I can see her being a friend. I just don't see her being ready for a relationship right now. But I like the fact that she's assertive enough to tell him, this is what I want, this is what we're gonna do as a couple, because I actually feel like he enjoys that. Since he likes to do stuff for people, I like that she gives him little things and missions that he can do for her, because that probably makes him feel good knowing that my wife is saying she needs this for me and I'm able to give that to her. So I like that in that aspect. He made a comment when Alyssa was throwing a rant, because she's a brat, man. Alyssa's a spoiled brat. She's a baby. When she was throwing a tantrum and Lindsay was making these faces, and Alyssa had the nerve to tell Lindsay, don't make these gestures or whatever, Mark was proud of Lindsay, saying that, I'm glad that you didn't confront her or cause a scene. I'm like, nah, in that situation, her ass needed to start a scene. You don't tell me what to do. I can make whatever face I want, and if you don't like it, what are we gonna do about it? As far as I'm concerned, that's how that situation should have been handled. Maybe that's just me, maybe I'm just immature, but yeah, in that situation, I wouldn't have been mad if Lindsay would have popped off a little bit. What else is going on with Mark and Lindsay, man? They're still optimistic. They're still trying to make things work. It was real frustrating, the math that was going on. Lindsay is open to 4 kids, but she don't want 3. And I'm like, you realize to get the 4, you're gonna have to have 3. Like, I don't understand the addition, the subtraction that is going on with these couples is perplexing. I saw a little bit of hope with Lindsay and Mark, but I just still feel like Lindsay is not willing to compromise her behavior. I feel like even with her not popping off at Alyssa, I don't necessarily think it was because she was trying to change. I just think that she didn't have the nerve to get into a confrontation in that moment. It didn't have nothing to do with Mark or her trying to be better in the relationship. That's just my opinion. Let's go on to Olajuwon and Katina. You know what, Olajuwon, man? Like, you was talking about science experiments and lab tests and all of this shit the last episode. Man, I'm starting to think, man, like, you did that last episode with her in the gym, man, being aggressive and stuff like that, and you realized how bad you were gonna look, so you tried to clean it up and said it was intentional. But seeing how you doing with these horses and all this other shit, man, I'm starting to think, man, that wasn't no test. That's a part of who you are, man. That's a part of your personality, man. We get to a scene, they're riding horses, ponies, whatever. She's making an effort to participate in the things that you want to do, but it's not enough for her to just do it. It's like you want her to have a smile on her face. You want her to be optimistic. But look, man, your wife is not you. It's okay for you and your wife not to have the same, be lockstep in everything that y'all like to do, man. And instead of you downgrading your wife and talking down to her instead of trying to encourage her and uplift her in these moments, man. It's like when she struggles with something, you take more pleasure out of making her feel stupid and saying that you need to do better versus being supportive and lifting her up during those moments. Does that make sense? It's like he doesn't have any empathy because he feels like just because it's easy for him, then why it should be easy for her. He doesn't have any empathy about how she might be feeling going through this. And instead of being thankful that his wife is willing to do things that she might not necessarily want to do to experience something with him, he wants her to be perfect in those experiences. And like I've said before, I feel like the moment he starts seeing chinks in the armor, the moment she don't live up to this fairy tale that he's made in his mind, that he needs his wife to be, is going to immediately crumble because his expectations are so unreasonable. I don't see him being able to adjust to the fact that she's not the perfect woman that he felt like his wife was going to be. As far as Katina, yo, man, I don't mean as in a relationship. Yo, Katina the type of homegirl you will want, or at least I will want, because even the conversation she had with Alyssa, you need those type of friends in your life that care enough or are willing to be honest with you and say, look, I think that some of the behavior that you are displaying is wrong. Like, those are the type of people that you want in your life. So I actually appreciated Katina for that. She definitely would be a homegirl I would want to hang out with. But as far as her and Olajuwon, this dude is uncompromising. And he wants what he wants, and he wants it perfectly. And you're not going to be able to get every aspect that you want in one person. It's not going to happen. And as soon as he doesn't get something that he wants, that's when we're going to see who Olajuwon really is. Or maybe we're going to finally see Isaac. That's my prediction. I guess we'll see. Yo, man, Michael and Jasmina. Yo, man, somebody need to check Jasmina pulse, her heart rate. This chick looked like she looked like she's sleepwalking through this relationship, man. This chick looks so uninterested in this man, in this relationship. I was in the comment section of one of my favorite YouTubers. This chick was arguing me down that, yeah, Jasmina liked him. She said in the after party that she liked him from the moment she saw him. Yeah, but she also said when she first met him that it was little to no spark in the relationship. I'm going to go with what she said when she initially saw this dude, man. I just don't think that she's attracted to him mentally. She said she's already turned off by his outlook on life. So that's already an uphill battle, and on top of that, she don't even look impressed. She ain't even enamored with the way the nigga looks. So look, man, I couldn't hang out with Michael, man. He would get on my nerves, man. For example, they sitting down, right? They sitting down. He's like, yeah, man, you know, I have to go to work at 4 a.m. My alarm goes off 4 a.m. Like, how do you feel about that? I mean, is that going to be an issue? But yeah, I mean, like, how are you going to feel about my alarm going off? I mean, look, man, look, bro, you know how this conversation would have went if it was me? Let's say if I was dating a chick and she went to work at 4 a.m. This would be the conversation. Yo, I have to get off of work. I have to be at work by 4 a.m. So I set my alarm so I can wake up so I can get ready for work. You know what the response would have been? Okay. What's the alternative? Do you expect her to tell you don't set your alarm so you can't get up for work? Like, what is this conversation, man? Like, every single aspect, every minute thing that happens in Michael's life, he documents the shit. He want to talk about this shit. It ain't really nothing to talk about in these situations, man. Like, I get trauma. I was bullied when I was a child, so I understand that to a certain extent, man. We on a fucking honeymoon. On the honeymoon, this motherfucker talking about when he got beat up on a school bus in the 6th grade. You still holding on to this shit, man. And I'm just like, again, I'm not saying that his emotions don't mean anything or he don't have the right to still think about this shit, man. But why are we talking about a 6th grade bully during your honeymoon, man? Like, you internalizing everything, and one day you're gonna fucking implode, man, because you keep holding on to this minute bullshit, man. And it's enough big issues in life. You don't have to harbor and hold on to every little thing, man. I done seen people defending Michael and kind of coming down on Jasmina, but I don't see it, man. It would be hard. Look, man, it would be hard for me to deal with this shit too, man, because it's like, it's no fun in the relationship. Everything with this dude is so serious, man. It's such a fucking downer, man. Like, why would you want to be in a relationship with somebody like that? But going back to Jasmina, I just don't think she into this dude, man. At all. I just don't think she feeling it. I think she thinking about one of her overseas boos, and she ready for this show to be over with so she can go back to these long-term relationships, long-distance relationships. Let's talk about Steve and Noi. I wasn't sure what was going on. It looked like a baptism was taking place. Like, I don't know if that was supposed to be fun, holding her in the water, if that was a religious thing. I was confused about what the point of that was. They seem to be having a good time with it. It wasn't really anything bad to say about Steve and Noi this episode. They're still working through the process. They're still enjoying getting to know each other. And they're having, for the most part, a pretty good honeymoon. Did I talk about all the couples, man? I talked about Alyssa and Chris, Lindsay and Mark, Olajuwon and Katina, Michael and Jasmina. Look, man, this is a train wreck. Just to go back to Chris and Alyssa again, Chris, man, you have to value yourself more. You have to give yourself more worth than what you're giving yourself, dude. Because you trying to put the decision on Alyssa, and I get what you're trying to say, but this shouldn't be up to Alyssa no more, man. You shouldn't even be considering being with this woman because of the way she's treating you, man. That should be beneath you to deal with that, man. That's all I got to say, man. Oh yeah, one last thing, man. Alyssa is such a coward. She talking all this shit to production and her homegirls, but she haven't disclosed anything to this man about what the real issue is, which is the way he looks. And when Lindsay asked him, could it be possible that she's not attracted to him? And he said that he didn't know, like she never said she wasn't attracted to him or she didn't communicate with him. I felt so heartbroken that this man, he wanted to be with this woman. He's been wondering, what am I doing wrong? What's going on? And for him to find out like this by watching the show and seeing this woman demean him the way he looks, that has to be really, like I said, difficult to deal with, man. So, Chris, I'm sorry that you had to go through that. I'm sorry that you had to find out this information like this on national television. I'm sorry that the production is allowing her to embarrass and humiliate you like this, but you are allowing her to humiliate and embarrass you too, man. You have a decision the same way you're telling her either she wants to be in this relationship or not. You have the capacity to make that decision too. And I'm disappointed that you are not making this decision on your own, that you do not want to be in this relationship anymore. You guys tell me how you felt about the episode, whether you agree or disagree with anything I said about the couples. I'm really not optimistic with a lot of these couples. It's a chance Steve and Noi might make it, and ironically, the only couple I see that has a chance to make it is Lindsay and Mark, even though I don't think they will. I think Steve and Noi and Lindsay and Mark, just because it seems like Mark is willing to settle for some of these things that he don't like. I could see them hanging in there. But everybody else, I don't see it, man. But you guys let me know what you felt. Thanks for watching.